Stablecoins are tokens which are typically pegged to the value of a specific currency or commodity and are designed to offer stability in the volatile world of cryptocurrencies. Though not all stablecoins achieve this goal in the same way. Depending on the mechanism a stablecoin uses, it can be placed into one of three main categories: fiat-backed, crypto-backed, or algorithmic. The first category of stablecoins is fiat-backed stablecoins, such as USDT and USDC, and is by far the most popular. These stablecoins are backed by reserves of traditional fiat currencies, such as the US dollar or the euro. To maintain their one-to-one peg to a currency, the stablecoin issuer ideally holds the currency in cash or cash equivalents such as treasuries, which should match or exceed the circulating supply of the stablecoin. Next, we have crypto-backed stablecoins. As their name suggests, crypto-backed stablecoins originate from DeFi applications and are backed by cryptocurrencies held as collateral. However, due to the volatile nature of cryptocurrencies, crypto-backed stables typically require over-collateralization to a specific ratio to ensure stability. For instance, a collateralization ratio requirement of 150% means that a user needs to deposit $150 worth of crypto to mint $100 of a stablecoin. Examples of crypto-collateralized stablecoins include DAI, which is currently the largest crypto-backed stablecoin by market capitalization, or LUSD, which is 100% backed by ETH. It's worth mentioning that even though DAI was designed to be a decentralized stablecoin, its collateral includes a large percentage of USDC, USDP, and GUSD, which are centralized fiat-backed stablecoins and even US Treasuries. The third category is algorithmic stablecoins, which are also meant to be decentralized in nature, but unlike over-collateralized stablecoins, they may or may not actually be backed by anything. Instead, they rely on algorithmic and incentive mechanisms to maintain their price stability. However, historically, this mechanism has not been sustainable, since it's dependent on consistent demand being there for the stablecoin, and once that disappears, they go into a so-called death spiral where the mechanism collapses the stablecoin. Basis Cash, Empty Set Dollar, Titan, and most infamously Terra's UST are some of the examples of failed algorithmic stablecoins. These are the three main categories, but there are also other stablecoins that don't fit neatly into them, like Frax, which launched as the first partially algorithmic stablecoin, though a recent community vote has decided to shift the stablecoin to a fully crypto-collateralized model over time. Meanwhile, some stablecoins peg their value to physical assets, like precious metals or other commodities, such as Paxos Gold and Tether Gold, which claim to hold physical gold in reserves. Finally, there are even non-peg stablecoins like RAI, which are crypto-backed but do not have their value tied to any specific asset, and have their value fluctuate based on supply and demand. If you're wondering why all the different designs, it's worth noting that, like the blockchain trilemma of security, decentralization, and scalability, stablecoins also face their own trilemma of stability, decentralization, and capital efficiency, whereby any stablecoin design typically has to sacrifice one aspect to achieve the other two. So far, the race to create a stablecoin which effectively optimizes for all three is still on. If you want to learn more about decentralized stablecoins, check out our video on that right here.